jivanmukti.org. Check out my new channel, jivanmukti.org. So I've just put this up, just a couple of videos, and it's kind of interesting to sort of observe myself, right? As Krishnamurti said, observing oneself as being the observer, right? The observer being observed. So I'm observing myself, but the thing is that I'm trying to get you to observe yourself. So the idea is like, well, having a finer, deeper understanding of who am I, and in the space and place of my life, am I attuned to my MVP, which is really clear about my mission, my values, right? It could be your vision, and then your purpose, and the way you play out. So I hope this is of interest to you, because that's what it's all about. It could be a course on Spirit College or just espousing my philosophy, and I appreciate your support. Like, ring bell, subscribe, donate. You know the drill. So this is brand new for me, but I'm excited. So I was just talking about, but I was just in photo mode, the idea of being present is a practice, right? How we show up, right? A lot is explained by what people observe about you, or what anyone observes what's present, right? And it could be a lot of noise, it could be situations, it could be the interplay of life. Otherwise, for those, in the guru mindset, it just might be simply silence, right? Quiet to themselves. For others, it might be an appreciation, a feeling of warmth or love and gratitude that's expressed through their TWA, their thoughts, words, and actions that keep them sort of everyone in suspense. But in this way, we become present to what I describe as metasphere. And that's my abstract theoretical explanation of climate. People do talk about an atmosphere, whether it's in a room or tensions in society and pressures, but how that's felt as a climate, whether it's the world, nationally, particular situation going on that's right in this room, and to what you're feeling and your vestibular sense of things, intuitively and knowingly. It is a bit of a check-in process. And as I was taught, and those people who have studied different paths and teachings would have some awareness of this as a tradition or a methodology to just simply be attuned. So for some people, it starts with their physiology. How's their posture? They become clear about, the way they're positioned. Is their back straight? How are they standing? Their position. Shoulders relaxed. How the diaphragm is, breathing relaxed. The jaw, right? Fixture. What kind of face you're bringing to people, and look in your eyes, and perhaps placement of your hands say quite a bit. And it's a reading. It's an interpretation. It might just come down to making an intelligent guess. But the assumption is if someone's holding their arms to themselves in a certain posture, either they're cold or they're angry, something's going on, or they're frustrated if their arms are crossed. So we want to check in. And we can do so politely without interfering or making another person wrong, just bringing attention to it. And it could be in a good way, just through a story or through your own example, or asking, just simply asking in easy ways. Everything okay? Would you love to talk about anything? And just what I observed. And you don't go there in a way that causes, sort of reaction that's, angry. But if a person needs to get it out, you're there, you have a shoulder, some tissues at hand perhaps. Otherwise, pour them a cool drink of a fantastic fruit shake you made, and sit down and have some rapport, relate to each other. So an appreciation for this moment is, one, really sort of making it warm and welcoming. If we're to take down the vlog, which I'll talk about in other videos, which is something that can exist in the metasphere, but particularly becomes a prize on people's consciousness or their mental mantle, emotional state, and become aware of it a bit, is to at least bring attention to it so we can regulate it, just like the heat or air conditioning, right? So we want to maintain the right temperature where it's comfortable, people are feeling really great because you're keeping great company, things are right on, real easy with you, and that becomes a model, and at least an invitation for an inner investigation that allows perhaps the consciousness to open up, not for us to seek advantage or try to control or manipulate a situation or another. It's just coming to an open awareness of what is, and whatever it is that might be considered, if it's worthwhile, a decision made with time and there's interest and the energy, we'll explore it and we can do it together, and it can be very profound and liberating. And that's the goal, right? We're talking about moment mastery. What other kind of mastery would there be if you wouldn't have this moment? when or would it mastery be? So if it's illusion that's out there, we can talk about it. But what we really appreciate and drill down, fine tune, is the inner and how we are ultra being, you be E3. You be E3, ultra being, excellent example of enlightenment, as you know it to be and as you wish for it to be, as you can model it in the best way we can be for each other. We'll be living in state, the best of worlds, right? The highest of possibilities. And that's a goal worthwhile pursuing. And when we have common community alignment and agreement, and this is the quality of our conversation, we've raised the consciousness. And this would be a worthwhile goal for us to go towards as we have this agreement and desire to move forward with each other. So within this realm, everything positive is possible. We can reach this potential versus whatever that was out there in the past, things that could be illusion.